on YouTube? Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh here. I am back with another deck review and profile, and today's deck is the recently released starter deck Codebreaker. Now this deck is another addition for the Cyberse monsters. We'll go ahead and read this little back here. It says starter deck Codebreaker introduces the basics of dueling with cards that are strong and easy to understand. New duelists can learn the basics of link summoning using Code Talker, link monsters, then use this starter deck as a base to build their own unique deck by collecting more Cyberse monsters and Code Talker link monsters. So it's a starter deck. To get you going. From a couple of the other packs I pulled, Cyberse monsters seem to be pretty easy to pull. So if you're new to link dueling, or if you want to get into it, because I know there's a lot of you that like the nostalgia and kind of keep it to the original just Yu-Gi Kaiba series. Nothing wrong with that. I was the same way. It took me forever to get into Synchro and XYZ, and I've kind of been still Pendulum and Link. So that's actually why I bought this, because I'm trying to get more into Link and get that going so I can get some Link duels for you guys. So enough about that. Let's just go ahead and get into this. But this deck did get released July 12th, I believe. And apparently this has really strong glue. Jeez. There we go. Now we'll show you the mat. I'm going to go a little bit more in detail on this deck, just so, if you guys, because it is a starter deck, so a lot of you guys are probably, getting used to link summoning still, want to know, cards, etc. So I will go into that for you, the lovely rule book. We'll check out the mat. Nothing special, simple playmat. Alright. So Cyberse White Hat is the first one. Get this open. Alright, so it's if you control 2 or more monsters with the same type, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Cyberse White Hat once per turn this way. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a link material, you can make all monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. That's really good. That's just really good in general. Look at that. They got that nice ultra rare on it. So they got a. So here's your rares. Transcode Talker, Widget Kid, Cynet Recovery, and Pence Tag. So this link monster, it's 2+ effect monsters for a Transcode Talker. And it's while this card is co-linked, and it is co-linked, a monster gains 500 attack. Also, your opponent cannot target any of them with card effects. You can target 1 link, 3 or lower Cyberse link monster in your graveyard, except Transcode Talker. Special summon it to your zone. This card points 2. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this card, except Cyberse monsters. You can only use the effect of this once per turn. So that's really good. I did buy the first original Link deck, which was just a random built deck. And I'm definitely going to mix them two together, because this is a really good card. Because it didn't have so much for Links, so this is definitely a good starter deck if you want to get into Link summoning so far. I mean, just these cards alone, I can tell. It's going to be good. So if this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 Cyberse monster from your hand in defense position. You can only use the effect of Widget Kid once per turn. 1509, 3 stars. Cynet Recovery, it's a continuous spell. If a link monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard, except a link monster. Special summon it in defense position. You can only use the effect of Cynet Recovery once per turn. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, it's if you lose one of these, you can special summon. Just target a monster in your graveyard, except a link monster, and special summon it. So you can special summon anything. Wow, that's really good, because it just says special summon, target a monster, and special summon it. So yeah, you could have a Blue Eyes in your graveyard and special summon it in defense position. Pentesteg. 2 effect monsters. If your linked monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to it. So that's pretty nice. Gives you some piercing. So those are your secret rares, ultra rares. Let's see, we got a Leotron, 4 stars, 2000 normal. So that's always good. A Text Changer, Bitron, 2000 defense, 2 stars. Ram Clouder, I like this card. This was in the first one. I think they gave that to you rare. Link Slayer, another good card for links, especially backup secretary. Launch Commander. Client. It's let's see. All of these are Cyberse, by the way. I should have been looking at these. So yeah, all of these are Cyberse monsters. While this normal summon set card is in face up on the field, all Cyberse monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense during your turn only. If this card on the field will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 Cyberse monster in your hand or face up on the field instead. So that's actually pretty good because it's 1500. So yeah, 2000. So he's pretty easy to keep on the field. You know, you can give him an equip spell, use some of your link effects. Definitely flows well with each other, that is for sure. Again, 1500, 2000. I'm kind of sensing a pattern here. Bit Trooper, 4 star. You could send 1 level 2 or lower monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. Yeah. This is a better deck than the first one. That is for sure. Flame Velguard. Beast King Barbaros. There we go. Here we go into the random. Cyber Dragon. Exarion Universe. Evil Swarm Mandragora. A Marshmallow, of course. Why wouldn't there be a Marshmallow in here? I believe there was a Marshmallow in the first one too. Ryuku Lightsworn Hunter, Battle Fader, Swift Scarecrow, Cynet Universe. Okay, Cynet Recovery. Field Spell. It's a Scapegoat. Monster Reborn. So happy they're putting these back in decks. Dark Hole, MST, Book of Moon, United We Stand. Card Trader. Huh. Alright, let's just go ahead and put these in decks. That's just not... I think that's like $1 card. Burden of the Mighty. Whew. Ego Boost. Supply Squad. Cynet Regression. Shadow Spell. Call of the Haunted. Mirror Force. Torrential Tribute. Bottomless... Wow. So these trap cards are pretty much just FU and just... I mean, look at this. This is destroy, destroy, negate effect, bring back, destroy. Let's see, what does Cynet Regression do? It's if you special summon a link monster, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Oh, look at that. Sticking with the destroy pattern. Then draw a card. You can only activate 1 Cynet Regression per turn. So yeah, I mean, like I said, these decks are really randomly built, but they flow together really well. Zero Gravity and Compulsory Evacuation Device. Decode Talker, Link Spider, and Link Karibo. Look at that. And give you a Karibo. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you contribute this card. Change that opponent's monster's attack to 0 until the end of this turn. If this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you contribute... Whoops. Sorry about that. You contribute... 1 level 1 monster, special summon this card. You can only use the effect of Link Karibo once per turn. So that's not bad at all. But yeah. So I'm pretty fond of this deck. I mean, I've just quickly went through it, but the fact that all these are Cyberse, the spells and traps alone are freaking awesome. I'm actually really happy with all these traps. I needed more Mirror Forces. And, I mean, the Burden of the Mighty with the United We Stand combo is going to be insane. Because they're going to lose a crap ton for each monster they control. And then, well, they lose times their level, I believe. Times its own level. And then you gain 800 for each monster you control. So, yeah, I mean... definitely is a pretty good deck. I definitely suggest buying it. I suggest buying this one before the first one. It definitely seems to have better cards. kind of sticks to what it says by having strong cards, easy to use, because it's not overly complicated. It gives you a few cards to get what you need to do, but it gives you, you know, your Cyber Dragon, Beast King. If you don't know how to use Link, kind of just, you know, old schoolish mixed with new. That's been their theme so far. I bought 2 of these Link decks, and that's exactly how it was. But yeah, I think it's a good deck. I highly suggest buying it if you're trying to get into Link summoning. I will be having some videos. I just haven't been able to do it yet, but I will do some videos on Link summoning. This, again, is the starter deck Codebreaker. Just came out a few days ago. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm definitely going to build upon it. I'm going to put both of those decks together. And hopefully I can make a pretty mean deck. I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you subscribe.